Hello and welcome to Pure Raw Souls, a comedy podcast where we talk about ridiculous news stories, crazy hypothetical situations, the annoyances of everyday life, and everything in between. Hi, my name is Tom, and I once beat a hippo in a watermelon crushing contest.
Hi, I'm Connor, and I've got Flash Gordon's email address.
My name's Dan, and I believe that tiny people used to live in open cup mushrooms.
Brilliant.
Connor, this is our first episode. It's probably a good idea if you let the listeners know actually who the fuck we are.
That'd probably help, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know us,
which is everyone.
Yeah, pretty much. We all met working in the same warehouse together. We all work on the same shift together, all work in the same department, and majority of the time we all end up doing the same job together. And after little under 2 years of spending 10 hours a night together, you tend to get to know people. And by that, I mean, you stand there, you rip the shit out of each other, and you all just kind of get along. And that's just how it goes, really. I mean, we say hello in the car park by flipping each other off. So if that's not friendship, I don't know what is, to be honest. We are going to head over to Tom now, and we're going to see what weird and hopefully wonderful news stories he's managed to pluck out of the internet. So without further ado, it is time for the news at Tom.
This story comes courtesy of Pink News. And just a pre-warning to the listeners that this story is slightly NSFW.
Oh, we got a bit of blue.
Safe for work.
A bit of blue.
So I'll read you guys the headline first. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Set the tone straight away.
There we go.
So I'll read you guys a headline, and then we'll get further into it, because for me personally, it only gets better. So the headline reads, hacker takes control of men's electronic chastity cages and holds their penises too random. What are your first thoughts about that? Legit, that was a headline.
Don't think anyone wants my penis that much. Not enough to hold it ransom. Fucking hell.
So many questions.
It's a great headline. So many questions.
For starters,
hopefully I will be able to get through all of them.
Electric chastity belt, that's a thing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'll explain exactly what they are.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay,
this.
Take us further in, Tom. Take us into that dark zone.
So according to the report, a hacker seized control of several chastity cages and told men that they would have to pay him a fee in Bitcoin in order to regain control. So it was revealed in October 2020 that a security flaw in a cellmate chastity cage meant that hackers could access it remotely and lock the cages permanently, meaning that anyone could remotely lock all devices and prevent users from releasing themselves. From the cages, obviously, because I know where your minds went with that whole releasing themselves statement.
Literally, I was just about to call you out on that.
I knew
they're taking control, they're not going to be able to release themselves. That's the whole point of the chastity belt.
Oh, dear.
But, yeah, to be fair, it kind of fits well with the tone of the story. So, you can keep your minds in the gutter for now because it only gets better.
It's in there. It's in there.
Yeah, I've known a lot of things, but an electronic chastity belt, I'm afraid that's a new one even to me.
A chastity cage.
Cage.
Yeah, not belt, it's a cage.
Not belt, it's a cage.
Yeah.
Oh, that's worse.
It's quite manly though, isn't it? Cage.
Yeah.
Cage.
Well, yeah, but
cage fucking.
I feel like there's the manly side of it, and then there's also having it electronically, holding your dick hostage.
Yeah.
Does someone take responsibility for that, or is it just like a random rogue group of guys, or not guys? I don't know. Just gone sees that.
So yeah, well, there's a security flaw in it, which I'll get to a bit later on. But I'll give you a bit of background information first. So the device is called Cellmate Chastity Cage, and it's intended for guys to place on their willies to stop them getting an erection.
Ooh.
Right?
You just got to get to my age.
It happens naturally.
Don't need any help with that.
So apparently it's big in the BDSM community. Not that any one of us would know, right? Dan?
Not at
Right?
all.
No?
Tom's little face there. Connor's little virgin look. Going, I don't know. I know nothing.
No idea what that is. No,
I know nothing.
No. What community? No.
What's a BDSM?
I think it's a type of motorbike.
Totally, yeah. You guys should be thanking me for that, because now my targeted tabs are really fucked up.
Yes, mate.
This cookie crumbs only left a trail there.
This is how we start it. This is how it all starts.
So moving on from that, the reason someone was able to hack into them is because they're controlled by an app that you download onto your phone and link it up through Bluetooth. Now, while the device can be locked by a trusted partner remotely, it is not, or rather was not at the time of this story came out, password protected, meaning that it was just so easy for hackers with a decent level of skill just to hack in the device and take control of it.
Oh, no.
Sounds quite good fun, actually.
Yeah. And that's not the best part. And because this device is locked with a metal ring underneath the user's penis, it would likely have to be removed using heavy-duty bolt cutters.
Ooh, don't want to slip with that, do you?
No. Imagine calling the fire brigade out for that.
I mean, maybe that's their kink, Don't kink them. Don't kink shame them.
Yeah, it could be, yeah. What we got called out for this time? Oh, some guy's got his penis stuck in one of those cages. Again? Yeah.
You'll be surprised. This has happened 3 times now.
3 times this week, yeah.
Wow.
Could have been when this story came out. You never know.
Yeah. Who knows? I mean, their calendars do quite well.
They do. Yeah.
Just imagine that poor guy rocking up in A&E, just being like, what seems to be the problem, sir? My dick is trapped in an electronic cage and it won't come out.
Because some guys hacked into it.
That's the thing, who do you call for that? Do you call the ambulance or the police or the fire brigade, or do you get all 3?
I think you just rock up to A&E, don't you, and go
remove this.
Yeah, or maybe you go to the police. Just whip it out on the desk.
Now, what seems to be the problem, sir? Third.
Smack.
This.
Problem with hackers.
Seems to be a 469 again.
Hey.
Got to chuck it in there, haven't you?
Oh, God, yeah.
There's no chucking it in with a chastity cage. You chucking it in nowhere.
No.
Not with these guys, no.
Nah.
But during this hacking, one guy was told, and I quote, "Your cock is mine now," by the hacker who seized control of the chastity cage. And according to his screenshots of the conversation as seen by a researcher known only as Smelly, I know, just cold hard facts there. Yeah. Apparently this researcher, they founded a website called VX Underground, which I had a quick look at, but couldn't make heads or tails of it or really figure out what they do. So
hope you're in incognito mode for that.
No, I was not.
Oh dear.
But it didn't seem like a dodgy website. I just didn't know what they were doing there. So
when he said he spoke to the guy who was holding ransom, you said that, and I just had the image in my head, the cage came with a tiny little speaker, and he's literally just said out loud, "Your cock is mine."
Oh, could you imagine? I imagine it was just a message that came through the app, but yeah, could you imagine if it had a little speaker as well?
Or it's one of those little display bits, it just comes up one of those digital messages across the cage.
Wouldn't that be great though, to have a little cock speaker, and you could be stood there and you could just have little conversations going on. Your cock's there just talking to you at the bar.
Or just at work, just there on your phone, just sending random messages and then just walking by people calling them a dick or something like that. And oh no, I don't know where that came from. It wasn't me. No, I didn't say anything.
My question for you, Dan, what bars are you going to where you got to whip your dick out?
Well, they are different stories. and I'm sure they'll come up at some point. I have been to some clubs.
Dan has seen some shit, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
He's what they call seasoned.
Is that a polite way of saying old?
Yes.
Well travelled.
And he just called me a slag.
Manhole. Oh, all right, moving on. To get back on track.
Please.
So, according to the report, another man, known only as Robert, said he was grateful he wasn't wearing the device at the time, but was made aware of someone trying or rather successfully hacking into his device, which, like we said before, I imagine just came through the app on his phone. When he checked the status of the device, he found that it had indeed been locked and was unable to gain access to it, with a hacker demanding 0.02 worth of Bitcoin, which at the time the story came out was around $750 in today's money, or around 550 quid to us.
Gosh.
Yeah, 550 quid just to get your dick out of a fucking cage.
I mean, is it worth it sometimes?
Imagine some
it's
people
creative.
paid much
Given
less.
that, very creative.
The fact is, in Bitcoin, it's like, and the fact is, like 0.2 of it.
0.02 worth
That's
of
even
Bitcoin.
worse.
Yeah, not one Bitcoin that's worth like 20, 30 odd grand. 0.02 worth of it. Yeah, very, very accurate. But yeah, must have had a reason.
Yeah. Gosh. There you go. That's what you use Bitcoins for.
Bribing people.
Yeah, bribing people
to get the dick back.
Buying drugs and low-level blackmail. That's what Bitcoin's for.
There you go.
Brilliant.
No wonder it's cryptic.
Another gentleman, anyway, who went by the name of RJ, said that he too was contacted by the hacker to say that he had control of it. However, he went on to mention that, quote, I wasn't the owner of the cage anymore, so I didn't have full control over the device at any given moment. However, it doesn't say whether he sold it or passed it on to a partner so they could engage in some BDSM activity themselves. But either way, I hope he thoroughly cleaned and disinfected it before either
Who's
passing
buying
it or something
second-hand
on.
dick cages?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, at least give it a quick baby wipe, wouldn't you?
Yeah. That's
I
it. Like when you go
feel
to a festival, I just need to quick under the armpits, you know what I mean, with a baby wipe. I'm just bit of a dick cage with a bit of a baby wipe.
I'd be dipping that thing in bleach if I had to buy that second-hand. But then again, I'm not buying second-hand dick cages. I'd buy that brand new.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
Obviously, yeah.
We've all seen your internet history.
Chastity cages is one of them.
Yep. I bet your Facebook looks amazing now with those targeted ads, doesn't it?
Oh my God, can you imagine? Literally, I'm going to like open up like Instagram and stuff, and it's just like going through my feed. I'm like,
straight away, gimp mask.
Oh, straight up.
We saw you like dick cages. How about a gimp mask with a ball and chain?
That's going to be very interesting in the Amazon search engine, that. Products we thought you might like based on your recent searches or the conversation we overheard.
Yeah. Well, that'll teach you Alexa for listening in, won't it?
That's what it's for secretly. So the article finishes up by saying that if the men who were targeted by the hackers had been wearing the device at the time, they could have found themselves in somewhat of a tight spot, as said by researchers with the Pen Test Partners. Now, the Pen Test Partners was the UK-based security research group that first revealed that there was a vulnerability in the device that could allow it to be taken over. So, legit, a security group actually picked up on the flaw in the design, but the company who makes some designs and whatever didn't do anything to correct it, or were just unable to correct it in time or release an update for the app in time or whatever they need to do. And that's why a hacker was able just to basically log in and gain control of it.
Oh my God.
Right?
Yeah.
They clearly skipped over that in the R&D phase.
Yes. Yeah. Also, fair play to the hackers for spotting a area in the market, a vulnerability, and going,
Yeah.
I wonder if there's any security on the dick cage.
Yeah, we've tried Amazon, we've tried Facebook, we've tried to try and get people's bank details to do that. Too advanced for us. Let's go into the BDSM community. What they got going? Dick cages with no password protection. That'd be good.
I'm going to rob someone's cocklock.
Yeah. Let's hope they're using it at the time so we can actually bribe them. I mean, that's all the article had. There was nothing more to it. So I don't know what became of it, if they managed to track down the hackers or if they gave up or are actually able to get any money from them.
I suppose people probably aren't going to admit to having paid to release their cock, are they?
Also, I don't think anyone's going to rightfully admit that they took over someone's dick cage for money.
I mean, if I'd done it, I'd probably tell people because, it's funny, isn't it?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole blackmail thing's a bit sketchy, but
yeah, that's a bit of a push. I mean, you do it for lol and just send them a message, just like, ha ha ha, I've got your dick now.
Yeah.
Well, when they're literally sending messages saying your cock is mine, then I'm pretty much halfway there.
Just send just a series of emojis. So send the aubergine, the laughing face, and maybe just the stop sign. Well, lock.
A couple of the raindrops as well. Yeah, just that advert. Yeah. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was the first story of our first podcast.
Starting off strong. Very
strong. And whether they get better or worse each week will be down. Down to the opinion of you guys, but
yep. And just to say to the listeners, if you do see any stories like that, please do feel free to forward them on to us.
Please.
You can find us on all the various social medias. The search at Pure Our Souls.
Yeah, absolutely. Email them over to us at pureoursouls@gmail.com. The more stories like that kind of tone, the better. And yeah, anyone who's obviously we'll give them a shout out as well. But it's just incredible. Stories like that, always good fun to tell.
Don't forget to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Just search at Pure Our Souls.
Dan, grumpy old man. What's been pissing you off this week?
This week, for the past week or so, I've been having a new kitchen fitted. Just to caveat there, my landlady's paying for it. I'm not all caked up with money and stuff. So I've had my old kitchen ripped out. Obviously, it's to make cooking and stuff really difficult, near on impossible. So, bright idea. I headed off shopping like I do every Friday. Went off to do my shopping. Going around, I've got a load of ready meals, frozen pizzas, that sort of thing. And new kitchen. I treated the family to a new kitchen bin, right? Hey, go on, guys.
Very nice.
I know, right? Oh, yeah, only the best for my family.
Especially when you're not paying for it.
Yeah, well, I paid for the bin. Hey, you think I am? Paid for my own bin. I also, when I was going around, I noticed everything's made of bamboo these days, like baby wipes, toilet paper, that sort of thing, toothbrushes, right? And I was thinking about it. Back in the 80s, 20 years ago or whatever that was,
it wasn't 20 years ago.
We're talking years ago now, in the 2020s.
No, look, I refuse to believe. You throw simple mathematics at me as much as you like. You weren't there. You don't know. I was there.
I was born in the 80s. Late 80s, but still, I was born in the 80s.
Just.
Yeah, but still. I'm an 80s kid. I'm sticking with it.
Sticking with
4 years ago, man.
4 years.
Jeez, that's depressing.
No, I refuse to believe it. Absolutely refuse. Anyway, so back in the 80s, big hair, bright red lipstick, blue eyeshadow. That was just my dad. And,
what a guy.
So Blue Peter and everything, it was we've got to save the pandas, their habitat and everything, and all they eat is bamboo and we've got to do our thing to save the pandas. But now apparently 40 years on, we're like, fuck the pandas. Fuck them. What's going on here? You know, they won't have sex. They're just too busy falling around, being little dickheads, falling off stuff. You know, so
not wrong. Yeah,
yeah.
I've seen the videos.
I mean, they're cute. I love them. Love them to bits. Love them to bits. Anyway, sorry, I digress. So, I was going around the supermarket. I've got all my bits and pieces. Got my ready meals. Got to the till, and because you know I'm a local celebrity, or I should say, I use the same supermarket every week. I know quite a lot of the staff in there, but typically this one time, a lady on there, I'd never seen her before. She's there tilling my stuff up, throwing it at me like fucking 100 miles an hour. And the machine's going beep, 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 beep. I swear, right, in a previous existence, I would have been dancing to that stuff. But anyway, so I can see he's putting his stuff through. Pizza, 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 ready meal, bin. And starts giving me this like sort of sympathetic look like, oh, did she kick you out? Did she? And so just like, you know, as I come in to pay, that sympathetic look on her face sort of drained away. It was like a repressed memory was coming back or something, like, you know, my ex, the same dirty bastard like you. You know, she was proper judging me, she was. Like
PTSD kind of thing, yeah.
Yeah, like, did she smile at you? Did you think you were in there? You know, and like sort of looking at me like a middle-aged man that washes his pants in the sink. Realised, you know, there I am in my clothes, which obviously my washing machine's gone, so my hoodie was a bit dirty. And my hair was all over the place and my big long beard's poking out at the bottom of my mask. I've given off them sort of middle-aged man vibes.
Definitely giving that off now.
Homeless kind of vibe, yeah.
Yeah, recently separated, lonely man. Yeah.
Got a 1-bedroom studio flat because you can't afford anything else.
Yeah, not even a bedroom, just a room with a sink and my old man
with one of those
pants.
yoga mats on the floor as your mattress.
Yes.
It's a bit of a luxury, that.
I mean, yeah, it's not really the look I'm going for, and you know, it's not the world I exist in.
It's definitely more a case of like the look is Gandalf meets Megadeth.
I mean,
it's a strong look.
I'm okay with that.
It's a strong look. Nothing else going to be copying that anytime soon, mind you, but it's still a look.
Thanks, mate.
Just for reference, people, out of the three of us, like Dan's got the longest beard, so obviously it's had many years of obviously time to grow. Me with, I'd say fairly full, but you know, still quite short. And then Tom,
I can't grow a beard. Yay!
Who?
We're not sure he's finished puberty yet.
Yeah, I've never seen him with stubble.
If I grow too much of a stubble, it just looks patchy and like I should belong in some dodgy movies. So that's why I don't do it.
I think you should grow a mustache.
Just a mustache.
I don't think I can grow one of them either. Just a fucking wiry black bits of hair, yeah.
Next time I have a shave, I'll bag it up and I'll bring it to work for you and get you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah.
And then we'll just
pretty stick, glue it on, yeah.
Yeah. You know, like those, I can't remember what they were called. They were like those toys years ago. You know, we used to like take all the fuzz and then just like make hair out of it. What was that?
I can't remember.
No idea. You're
not
considerably younger than us, though, so maybe that didn't.
I swear I've seen something like that. I've just got the image of like Mr. Potato Head, and for some reason, you're just collecting up all this fuzz and then just making him an afro and a beard and stuff. I'm gonna
probably is. I remember something like that with Play-Doh.
Yeah, I'm gonna look that up and I'm gonna bring that up in the next episode.
I think you dreamt it.
Maybe I should be on Dragon's Den with that. I don't know.
Dragon's Den.
Listen, literally just a potato and like steel wool and just go.
Yeah, that doesn't sound at all unsafe for children. You probably would have got
grand. Gotta start somewhere, guys. Now,
Connor, I think it's time you give us one of your infamous thought experiments. For the listeners out there, it's where Connor comes up with some like really fucking random stuff and ask us what we're going to do. So over to you, Connor.
You make out like I'm a complete weirdo sometimes.
You fucking are.
Not the point. You don't have to tell everyone else that. I'll tell them on my own. Thank you.
We're going to find out eventually.
Yeah,
exactly.
I'm just giving him a heads up, you know. You look all sweet and innocent, and
definitely don't.
Wow.
I look like I've not had enough sleep and too much coffee, and that's most days.
Yeah, but that's because we work nights. That's our permanent expression.
It's probably about 90% of the population as well, isn't it?
Which is exactly why I come up with such witty anecdotes. So yeah, like Dan says, working nights, you tend to come up with these weird like scenarios in your head. You just kind of think, what would happen if I did this? And because we work in such close proximity to each other, chances are whenever I come up with something like that, I'll end up telling you. So it could be literally anything small, just like, oh, would you rather have pizza or curry for the rest of your life? Or it could be something a tad more advanced, just like, do you ever wonder if we're ever really alone out there and if our meaningful existence is even meaningful at all?
Deep.
But yes, we'll start off slightly light, just for the first episode. Today, the question I'm going to put forward to you two and to any other listeners, if you want to send in your thoughts on this question, please feel free. If you could live in any alternate form of reality or existence, which one would it be? And what would you be? Now, this could be literally anything. It could be film, TV, comic books, video games, anything like that. Like, I know mine, like, straight away.
Okay.
Exactly what I'd be.
So
that's a big question.
Really big question. Go on then, Connor. You give us where you're at, and we'll see what we can do.
For me, it would 100% be in the Star Wars universe, because I've been binge watching Book of Boba Fett for like the past 7 weeks, and it's been wicked. And even like watching other series, like the films as well, it just 100% had to be the Star Wars universe. And I would definitely want to be a Mandalorian. So running around with all the cool armor and the helmets and the jetpacks, the pew, 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 pew. Who would not want that?
But we all know in reality you'd be one of the guys in the cantina. Like you'd be the blue elephant guy in the cantina. Wouldn't you? Hey, that lad's done well. He's had that gig for donkey's years. So, house band. He's making coin. That kid.
Play that same song again. Okay.
Okay, same song. So that'd be mine. So I extend the floor to the two of you. Like, where would you rather be, and who would you rather be?
I think I would be probably a character in one of the Lego Marvel games.
Oh, that's
nice. That's pretty cool.
I think in the Lego Marvel, and I'd be, because you can change who you are constantly. So, you can do anything. And basically you just get to walk around and smash the shit out of everything around you and get money for it. So.
Yeah, no wrong.
Those are great games, well, aren't they?
I am a billionaire. I'm a billionaire in all of them. Or my son and I, we're billionaires in all of them that we've played.
That should be the new crypto, just studs. That's going to be what people are holding for ransom for.
Give me all your Lego Marvel studs, and I'll release your cock.
So don't give him ideas. Could happen.
That'd be great, and you get 4 lives as well. And then if you die, you just lose a little bit of money, which you can then run around and pick up when you respawn. What a great life!
So, what like powers and abilities would you have? Like your personal character, what would you do?
Well, I usually play as the girl characters.
Shocker.
Hey, no, to be fair, playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla at the minute, and I'm a female Viking, and she is badass.
Yeah, totally. And I like being Black Widow. She's got a very wiggly bottom for a Lego character. It's got a very wiggly bottom.
I didn't think they had jiggle physics in like Lego.
No, I wouldn't have thought that would be something they included either.
They don't have boobies. They don't have little plastic boobies or anything. But as they walk along, the little bum wiggles, and I quite like the thought of walking along, my bum wiggling like a Lego character.
You being Black Widow yourself, yeah.
Yeah.
Dance spots.
Strut it like you're on a catwalk.
Yeah, I mean, that's how I walk around the supermarket anyway. You know, I'm heel and toe, heel and toe, heel and toe, all the way around.
High black leather as well.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
What an image. What an image.
Yeah, the cashier wasn't giving you funny looks because you could be homeless. She's giving you funny looks because you're there like squarely walking.
Yeah. Just strutting around buying ready meals in a bin in tight leather.
And paying in studs.
Yeah, paying in Lego studs. And I look her in the eyes and tell her that I'm too sexy for my bin.
That's good. That's a good one, to be fair. Like, there's a new Star Wars Lego game coming out, and I am insanely excited for it.
I've seen the trailer for that, to be fair, and it does look good.
It does.
Like, go through all of the Star Wars films as well, and it looks a huge game.
I haven't watched the Star Wars films with my son yet because I can't bring myself round to watch episode 1. That's literally it. That's literally it. I remember back in the day, so I was a big fan of the original 3, huge fan, and I was super excited when episode 1 was announced. I was quite broke at the time, but managed to scrape enough money for myself and my girlfriend to go to the cinema to watch episode 1. Like, when it was released, and we were like, this is going to be so good. And then Jar Jar Binks turned up and fucked all over the Star Wars universe. Absolutely fucked it. And you know what? I've never been back to the cinema to watch another Star Wars film. Bollocks to you, George Lucas. You put Jar Jar Binks in there. Now, I'm nothing against the actor, poor guy. He's had a hard time. It was a shit character. It's annoying. So, no. It's a no from me.
Just because of Jar Jar Binks, that's it.
It ruined the whole thing. Because I was a proper big Star Wars fan when it was only the first, episodes 4 to 6.
The originals, yeah.
Yeah, and, we all stupidly thought that the Ewoks ruined it. Ewoks are fucking champions now compared to Jar Jar Binks.
If a group of teddy bears with rocks and spears can take on the Galactic Empire with an unlimited budget.
Well, yeah. I mean, it just shows that, the Empire must have been a bit shit. Some teddy bears can beat them up.
Well, yeah, stormtroopers couldn't hit a barn door with a banjo, could they?
No. So, really, the rebels, were they actually that good? Or were they just...
the Empire that shit?
Yeah.
Exactly. Darth Maul, though, I think that's the only good thing to come out of episode 1.
And they chopped the fucker in half.
He did survive, though. He did survive.
Only in the cartoons.
Still counts, because he's in Han Solo. Spoiler alert, by the way, anyone who hasn't seen that somehow.
And if you haven't seen it by now, fuck off. I've still watched them all. I've still seen all of them. But I refuse to go and pay good money for them.
That's
bollocks.
Enough.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not really a fan of Star Wars, so I haven't seen it, but I'm probably not going to watch it anyway, so...
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Tom's that.
So, Tom, what universe are you from? What universe are you going to be in? Fucking Harry Potter.
No, absolutely not. We go with Star Wars, Marvel. Yeah, why not another big franchise? No. I don't know. I was thinking about it while we were just talking, and I came up with... Well, I did think about like the Grim Reaper from the Sims game, because you just show up when people are dying and like just take them away, and it just looks fun, doesn't it?
I'm not going to lie, I didn't see that coming. That's
so Tom just wants to off people.
Yeah. And I'm kind of getting into my Greek mythology at the minute, and there's a character or a god called Thanatos, who is the equivalent of the Grim Reaper. He goes around with a giant scythe and looks badass.
Oh, nice.
Then I was like, you know what? I'm going to be in the Crash Bandicoot universe, and I'm going to be Aku Aku, which is the good mask, because I collect 3 of them and I'm invincible.
Fair enough. That's pretty cool.
Good. That's good. So
And
would you make the noise when you get 2 masks? Would you go, boogada?
Oh, obviously, yeah. Got to do the sound effects, everything.
Very good. Yeah, very good.
Yeah. And I'm just like super smart as well. And take on another mask.
Are you going to do the sound effect live every time?
Sure. Yeah, I'll try. I'll practice first.
Every time.
I think you kind of have to, though, don't you?
What,
imagine
practice?
No, just imagine like you like Crash quips you, and you don't say. You just there like, "Are you going to do it?"
Good thing. Good thing.
He just turns around, looks through the screen, and you just go, "Boogada."
Tom, I think that should be your response to everything over the radio at work now. Tom receiving. What
was that? That's me.
If you don't, I will. That'd be brilliant.
Yeah. People think I've lost my mind, but you have to be a certain personality to work nights anyway. So
yeah, there is a sketchiness to us working nights. Takes a special kind of idiot.
I'm sure between the 3 of us, we could make one coherent person.
I debate that. I debate that seriously.
I still feel like you as Death in Sims would be quite funny. Could you imagine just like some poor characters on like literally on death's door, and just imagine Tom coming out there with a massive like smirk on his face, holding a scythe?
Yeah, that'd be me. Or if other players are just in a destructive mood, you know, when like I've heard some people like put their Sims into the swimming pool and then take away the ladder, so they're just swimming around aimlessly until they die.
You're just stood there waiting.
Literally, yeah. It's like your time is near.
It sounds more like your Death in Family Guy, to be fair.
It could be that as well. I could just go in and out of different universes of Grim Reaper.
That's it. You should just be the universal Grim Reaper across all universes. Perhaps there's just one. He's just really, really fucking busy.
Well, he doesn't sleep, does he? So, yeah, he's got time.
Does he not sleep, though? No, I suppose he doesn't.
I think so.
No. Do you think he's got time to?
Tired. He's tired.
But he's also, you know, a figure of death. So I don't think he's really bothered.
Well, he's not a figure of fun, is he?
Well, it depends on.
Maybe he's a finger of fudge.
So you don't want to be getting fingered by death, though, do you?
Oh. No. Imagine having your prostate checked by death, that big, long, bony finger.
No, thanks. I'm good.
No, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good.
So to summarize, before we go off on another weird tangent there, I would be a space cowboy bounty hunter with a jetpack. Dan would
definitely a cowboy.
Well, don't Brokeback Mountain this. Come on.
I was literally going to say Brokeback Mountain.
Exactly where you were going with that.
You're going to end up with your cock in a cage soon, aren't you?
Just paying back in studs. So Dan would be a female Lego character with brick physics.
Wiggly bottom.
Wiggly brick bottom.
Wiggly brick bottom.
And Tom would either be a wooden mask on a bandicoot, or he'd simply be Death himself.
Grim Reaper, cross everywhere. Solid.
Okay, solid. So yeah, if you guys want to let us know what you think of that, if you have any crazy suggestions for that question, please write to us. We'll try and read as many as we can, and any of the really funny or the really fucked up ones, we'll definitely read out.
And that's about it. That's all I think we've got time for now, isn't it? So we'll just let you know how you guys can get in touch with us. So you can contact us via Twitter and Instagram. We are at Pure Arseholes Pod on both those. We have a Facebook page as well that you can go and like and be a part of. We've not really got much content up there at the minute because obviously it's our first episode. But if you like, yeah, bear with us and we will have some stuff up there. And like Connor says, if you've got any stories or any weird scenarios or situations or anything that's pissed you off this week or in life in general, you can always email us as well at purearseholes@gmail.com.
I think that's everything from us, isn't it? So
Yeah, I'm good.
okay. Well, thank you for listening, and fuck off. Hey!
We love you.
Bye.
Do one. Go on. You're off. Hey. Go on. Go away now.
Wait.